I want to talk about something that has a very spooky connotation to it. And I think it's so misunderstood.
It is.
And I want to talk about deliverance.
Okay.
One of the things I loved about the book, and a lot of Christians don't really have this concept, I find, and it was something about kingdom. Mm-hmm. And the kingdom of the isms and schisms, you had said. Explain to me what you were talking about with that.
With the isms and schisms in the book, it is that people look at certain things as that being the right thing. Mm-hmm. For ladies, you've got to wear hose, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do this. Men, you need to come in suits. You can't do this, you can't do that. Okay. All these isms and schisms. Okay. The kingdom is simple. And so often we have taken things and made doctrines out of them.
Okay.
Things that are in the Bible that God gave us, we have misused them. We've made the faith movement. Well, you got to have faith no matter what you do. Right. The prosperity movement. You're supposed to prosper and be successful in all things. Okay. And the healing movement, but they're not movements. They are a way of life. Okay. For the believer. So they have taken the kingdom now, and everybody hollering kingdom, 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 but they don't even know what it means.
Right.
They're trying to make it another movement. It's not a movement. It is a way of life.
Gotcha.
For us as believers. The kingdom is simple, the love of God. Mm-hmm. The kingdom means what I got, you got. Because the whole principle behind it is what's in heaven is ours on earth. We take dominion of it on earth. He's given us all the instructions. Whether we follow them or not is two different things. Right. So we misappropriate the language that we speak. We use this Zion language that means nothing and is of non-effect.
Okay.
So when we use the language of the kingdom, we sit together, you with your jeans on, and we just talk. We talk about the goodness of the Lord. You learn, I learn. We're supposed to have something from each one of us that we can build off of. It's helping one another grow up what God has given us in the earth that we're in right now. Everybody wants in a hurry, I need to get out of here. I can't wait to get to heaven. But we won't even speak to each other here. So how are we going to wait and hurry up and get to heaven and we can't even speak to each other here?
Right. That's a great point.
So if you're going through something, I should be the one that's going to help you, pull you out. So whatever the purpose that you have in you is establishing the earth so it builds. You understand your Lord is not here. Your Lord is not your house. Your Lord is Him. And those are the things that we have to understand.
Wow.
Possession. Yes. We don't understand what possession means. Possession means we take the land. Land is wealthy. We take the land, and whatever territory you give it, it's not if it's acres, but whatever your territory is media.
Right.
You take that and you work that and you bring other people in and teach them up. Mine is healing and deliverance.
Right.
And I think we have to get the better of where we work with one another and not against one another.
Right. Do you feel that it's more of like God gives you an inheritance of your land, and it could be various talents and so forth.
Absolutely.
And your land works better with this sort of terrain and stuff like that. That's a great analogy. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to talk about something that has a very spooky connotation to it. And I think it's so misunderstood.
It is.
And I want to talk about deliverance.
Okay.
And I know with your ministry, you deal with that a lot. So what would be a layman's term in the Christian community for deliverance?
In the Christian community?
Yes, ma'am.
They holler casting out demons.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's more than that.
And what is it more?
It's setting the captive free. And sometimes it's free of your own self, free of your mind.
Right.
For me, healing and deliverance has just been everything my whole life. You know, I've experienced it my own self, and it's not always a demon. That's the key thing that a lot of people don't understand. They think, oh, we're going in, we're going to beat them in the back, we're going to ride the back, we're going to run them around the middle. It's not that, you know, because some things are not even demons. Some things are chemical imbalance in people's lives. Some things are just being misled. And of course, all these things can open up doors to different things that can compound your life. But the key thing is understanding that Jesus came that we could be free. And it's a point where we have to set the captives free.
Okay.
If you are captive in your finances, then we need to figure out why. If it's overspending, that's just as big of a sin as anything else.
Sure, yes.
So what do you need to be free of?
Right.
Breaking free of things. I like to keep deliverance of that, being set free.
Okay.
Being set free.
And is that what you do in your personal ministry? Is that what you...
Yeah. Yeah, I do it in everything I do. I think I just walk and that's what I do.
Okay.
Some things are just inner healing, where there's just a place on the inside that hasn't been touched. Forgiveness.
Yes.
You know, some people can't love because they've never experienced love, but they don't understand what love is. Deliverance can be the tormenting of spirits, but you have to take the time, and I use the process that Jesus did. I do an interview process.
Okay.
And in that interview process, we ask questions. Everything is very confidential. And we ask questions to find out what really is going on. It's just like going to the doctor. Why do we even think that the doctor, if we go back and we really look, doctors take a medical history.
Yes.
So they ask you all these questions so they can get a diagnosis, so they know how to treat you properly.
Right.
And they got it from the same principle. Jesus went and asked questions.
Right.
And after he asked questions, he knew what was going on.
Right.
And then he just told the spirit to come out.
Wow. And do you feel that your coaching, training, and all of that kind of can get to the root of things? Is that what you kind of have to do?
I think that in the beginning, we have to sit down, have a talk, and see what's going on. And then from there, because I don't think we can go into coaching. You know, some people don't even believe in coaching. I believe that we need mentors in our life. And they help us along to get us to that place. But you got to know when to pull back, because you can also become codependent.
Right.
Type of situation. But I think first we need to sit down and have an assessment, talk and see what is going on with you. Now we get in some situations where there is some demonic manifestation.
Wow.
And when we go into demonic manifestation, then we have to take authority over that.
Right. And have you had that a lot happen?
Oh,
or?
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
And that must be something to kind of adjust to.
Well, not really.
Okay.
But I mean, because, but really, if they come in and they're manifesting, but really, I don't allow manifestation, because when I'm praying, I take authority over it.
Right.
So there's no pulling and tearing and all of that. We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to speak the word of God over this.
Right.
We need to be in prayer, and you need to be set free.
Wow. You had brought something up earlier about getting mentors. Now, how can a new person in the kingdom, how do you go about finding a mentor? How does that even, what would you recommend?
Well, sometimes people will look at the people that they're in the company with, you know, and they will seek out mentors. A lot of times it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
You know, my recommendation is to be in prayer. And if God leads you to a person, contact that person. And I believe that if you contact that person and God has led you to them, that everything just works together.
Wow.
Now, of course, there are well-known coaches that you can contact that way also. Coaches are not mentors, though.
Okay.
Coaches get you from one point to the other.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They have a strategic plan laid out, and you do this and you get that. Mentors, you don't really have this relationship with mentors like people say they're my best buddy. No, it's not that.
Right.
You kind of watch what that mentor does,
Okay.
and that helps you get to the next level.
Is it good to have the mentor as sort of an accountability
Absolutely.
person? Okay.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.